Hello my dear Russia lovers, and today I'm here in St. Petersburg. My name is Katya, and it's like -5 outdoors, and I'd like to share my thoughts about how to survive the Russian winter. Well, actually, I hang out quite a lot with the foreigners living here in Russia, and normally I hear stories about their expectations about our winter before coming here. And normally it sounds like, oh, I thought I would die there. Like in Mexico, for example, we don't have winter, and like we're cold when it's +10. We don't have heating, so what's gonna happen to me if I go to Russia and it's like -30? I'm gonna die. Well, but in reality it's not like that. You're not gonna die, and we're here all happy living our winter, and we love our winter. And now today I'm sharing some secrets with you about how to survive the cold. Well, you see that I'm wearing a sweater right now, and actually this winter is not super typical for St. Petersburg. It's the 11th of December and it's supposed to be winter, but actually today is the first day when it's really cold. It's like -3, and before that it was +5, like starting from October and until December it was gloomy, like gray and not really cold. So this is not gonna surprise you at all, I think. You might be actually even more surprised with the fact that here it's not gonna be that sunny maybe, and it's gonna get dark pretty soon, and like you're not super motivated to work, to live the life, I guess. But no, it's not that bad. We all love this kind of weather as well. As I said, in winter, especially when it's snowing, we love doing sports. We love like going to the forest, skiing, ice skating, whatever you can do. You can have a lot of fun in winter, trust me. And the first step is not to be that afraid of that, okay? Because actually the fact that we Russians have winter here every year, that means we are kind of prepared for that, right? So that means that we get heating everywhere we go. We got it at home, we got it at supermarkets, like malls, schools, universities, whatever. And that means that you're only cold when you're outside, and this is, well, what, 20 minutes per day is nothing. You can even take taxis if you're too lazy, and then you don't feel it that much. You can just enjoy it from the window, or if you get outside, then you should get many layers of clothes, and then get this like caps or whatever do your head, and then gloves and the scarves, and especially really good boots, right, for winter. And then you're fully equipped, and when you go outside you just enjoy it and you're not getting cold at all. I mean, of course it's gonna depend a bit on the region, on the month that you're going to Russia, and on the year as well, because this year it may be colder, the other year it's not that cold. Once in February, like 2 years ago in February actually, the exchange student came here in February, and it was and it was -25. Can you imagine? You just come to Russia and it's -25. What? But I'm telling you, we're Russians, we're also human, and we feel cold as well. And if, for example, if it's -30, my hometown is -30, then my mommy would tell me, oh, you know, it's really cold outside, so you should get better, like you should get your warm clothes today, and be careful, don't stay for too long outside. And okay, next step. If you have to stay outside for too long, that means that you would need to move somehow, right? So the only way not to get cold when you're outside and you're freezing is to be moving. You can like take those baby steps, you can just jump a bit and walk around and do something so that you're not staying still there and you're not getting cold to just get cold. Well, I'm living in St. Petersburg right now, and maybe it's not the most typical city of our country, right? So here the humidity is really high, and that means that -10 you're gonna feel it like it's -20, I swear, because of the wind, because of like, you know, this kind of weather that we got here. But at the same time, we don't get those kind of cold weeks as we do have in Moscow, for example, or in central Russia, or in Siberia as well. So St. Petersburg is more European in that sense, maybe. So the weather is not nice, it's always gray, it's always a bit gloomy, and we don't like it because of that, but we make fun of it as well. Yeah, there are a lot of memes about St. Petersburg and about this like stupid cats always carrying the umbrella and saying hi, have a nice Monday, have a nice rainy Monday. But well, for sure it's not the only city in the world which is like that. We got other things to enjoy here. Also, a really important point to know is that you don't have to change the temperature super quickly. So for example, if you get hot inside, especially in the metro of St. Petersburg, for example, it might happen that you carry all those layers and you got like your winter jacket, and inside it can be quite warm, and there are a lot of people, and in the wagons it can get really hot kind of in winter. Here you have to be really careful, because if you go outside and it's windy, then if you're sweaty, you know, you might get sick quite quickly. So it's better not like to avoid that somehow, to take off your clothes when you're inside. So yeah, you kind of try to avoid that. And if you get to a place where it's warmer, you just take off your winter jacket, and you know, so that you feel nice and don't make your body feel bad afterwards. You need to know about the winter. Well, and which months are actually the coldest? To be honest, I'd say it's January and February, and sometimes winter does not want to end fast here, so we have it till the end of March, and maybe in the beginning of April sometimes we have snow. Technically winter starts in December, but as I said, right now, for example, in St. Petersburg, December is not really winter. Normally it's not snowing that much. It depends on the year as well, but yeah, right now it's -3 and there's no snow at all. Sometimes, you know, for Christmas it can be rainy. We don't like that, but it might happen. And then in January, we got our like kind of Christmas frost, as we say, Christmas frost weeks, because our Christmas is on the 7th of January, and then after that we got really like cold weather. And on the 19th of January we got this religious holiday when we walk, we don't walk, we actually swim in the river, right? Have you heard about that? So there normally it's really cold. The point of the holiday is that it's really, really, really cold, and the ice is so thick in those rivers, and you need to jump there and well, feel that cold and kind of renovate your body and refresh your life with that.
Вероника, поверни сюда лицом!
And then in February it might also get quite cold. This is why the 2 semesters are so different, because if you come for fall semester, for example, you got this nice weather in August, September, normally like +20, sunny, if you're lucky, of course. Yeah, but then it's getting more gloomy, like not that nice to walk around. And then in December it's super dark. It's like you know, this northern kind of weather, and it might rain, no snow. Sometimes there is snow, but still it's not that cold, so it's not the winter, you know what I mean? So if you go like back to Europe or wherever from Russia for Christmas, that means that you haven't experienced the Russian winter. This is why if you come here to experience Russia, it's better to stay for January and really like enjoy the cold and then have fun with Russians and explore the true winter, okay? And then the spring semester is a bit different because you come here already in proper winter time, and then you can already experience the real cold, and then it's getting better. But depending on the year as well, sometimes if students go back home in May, it might not get that warm yet because the summer starts in June, and May can be nice from time to time, but it might even snow again in May, so it's not the most stable period of the year, our autumn and spring periods. Then make sure you stay here a bit longer and enjoy the summer as well, which comes a bit later. Also, out of my experience of going abroad, you get so many cliches about us Russians. You like think that we are Superman, that we are surviving the worst cold ever. Yeah, it's partly true. Okay, it's partly true. But for example, when I went to Chile and it was +6 and there was no heating at all, I was using like 4 blankets not to just die during the nighttime. And then everyone was like, "Oh, you're Russian, you shouldn't feel cold at all." And I was like, "What? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?" No, of course I feel cold, and I'm like right now in my flat it has to be like +25, you know, because in winter we're going crazy and we really turn on the heating so much so that it's really warm inside. So you go like, you know, you go inside from this cold weather and you really feel warm, you feel nice, you know. And yeah, the same happened to me last week when I was ice skating for the first time in my life. Okay, second time, but I cannot do that. I cannot do ice skating because I've never done that. And I was posting stories on Instagram, and some of my international friends were like, "Oh, no way, like you are Russian, there's no way that you cannot do that," okay? And it's not true. I mean, it's the same as say, okay, I don't feel cold if I'm Russian. Of course I do. This is why the infrastructure and everything is made this way, so that everyone feels comfortable. So you should not be afraid of that. And why am I actually sharing all that with you? Well, because I'm Katya to RU. And that means that I work with 2RU. 2RU is my project that I started 2 years ago for the international people living here, in St. Petersburg, in Russia, and expats, students, whoever who comes here to live. And yeah, I'm trying to help with different issues here, with bureaucracy, with housing. I can help you find a flat. I can help you explore Russia. We do Trans-Siberian trips. We do all those kinds of nice things. And basically I have so many friends who live here and who struggle with actually getting to know the real Russia, our people, because 4 months is not enough, you know. It's just to have a bit of basic understanding of how things work here. And especially for those who are interested in Russia, who might want to come here one day, but maybe you're afraid of something, maybe you don't have friends here and you think, oh, this Russia is so far away, it's so crazy. But yeah, we are always happy to receive international friends here, and we got a whole community, you know, a whole community for you, so that you feel nice. And me, especially like me personally, let's say, I'm in charge of making the life of international people here in Russia easier and more fun. And I really hope that you guys come to Russia one day and experience it yourselves, and then share it with friends, and that, you know, our world becomes a bit more open and friendly. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, put thumbs up and everything. And of course Instagram, I got my Instagram is Katya to RU, and we go to RU on Facebook or on Instagram as well. Trans-Siberian, so Trans-Siberian trip. And then I got a special page as well, which is called Best Russian Food. This one I love because it's my personal project as well, and it tells you a bit more about our food, which is not only borscht, which is actually borscht, and pelmeni and blini. We got so many more things, and you go explore it all, and have a nice evening or good day, whatever, and see you next time.